dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all sight. We blend with the sound, it's our thing, believe it. Steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all beat flow. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? Full close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rockets? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? Full close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
All right, Coach. Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to...
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in, so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, put the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got your own.
All right, Coach. Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Tennessee Titans. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell.
Shoot. Check 24. Watch the edge. Get him on. West.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tight yard. Wide. Get wide.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
What we got? Slam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on. That is how you put field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Ready. Blue way.
Check. Walk 54.
I'm coming. Kill.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Wait. Squeeze down there. Mike, 55 on the 50. 5 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 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Check 26. Check flip.
Back near his own goal line, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10. But he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Mike, I'm coming after you.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
You ain't doing nothing today.
He'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Hot second. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Help. Watch the twist. Over. Check. 53 to Mike. Check. 53.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Back.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They'll set up to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, check.
Check 4. Mike.
They'll try the left side. Swift looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, okay? It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Truck. 53 to go. 53, check 53. Watch the screen.
Now back to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Winston. Fighting room at the 30. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
We're scoreless after 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. That's it. Check.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go, D.
Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On first down, here's Love. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. The 40. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Kill.
53's the mark. 53. Check. Let's go. Drive on. Hey, alert.
They'll run on first down. Swift. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll try the left side. Swift. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Check, 59. Don't get nervous.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for it. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Touchdown.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Play fake. Winston. He's got a man. Complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Love. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Love. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check, flip it. Green, triple C.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Check, crunch.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Love. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. They set up the screen to Portis. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This from 36 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yeah. Check. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creep.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming for you, mom.
This is Love. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 40 now on second down, Winston. He finds Hopkins complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 25. 22. Check. Over. 22. Check. Over. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
On first down, Swift. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Check. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Right back to him on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. No chance. What up?
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Watch the curl, watch the curl. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. It's free. Cut. Slow. Where'd he go?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
SOS.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. An 18-yard touchdown grab, and the Titans are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Myers connects on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Running to start the drive is Love. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you.
55.
Here's Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Love again. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. On the toss, this is Clinton Portis. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Love. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Don't get nervous. Easy.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Wait. I'm not ready.
Check 43. Watch out.
They'll run on 3rd down with Portis. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Brings up 4th down.
Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit. This, a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 1st down, Swift, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Out. No take.
Hey, watch it. Hey, switch gears.
Watch twist.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
check, 59.
Second down and inches. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Let's go one more. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Ready.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down now, Swift, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Crunch time, defense. Check, safety, tackle.
They'll look to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Ginn has it complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Check right. He's cracking. Let's get him to
Jameis now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. A second down throw for Winston. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Winston from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Buddy up. 53, Mike. Oh, yeah. 56, pull it. Now, here we go again.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 4. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Switch.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. They run the counter. Swift. And he's got room. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tighten up. Let's go.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Winston. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Amani Hooker. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Tennessee, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis.